Yeah, start.
Good morning, everyone, to all here present out here on a Sunday. Hi, I am Vaibhav, and I would like to give a small speech, or would like to share my opinion and my thoughts on why problems are hurdles or they are just a stepping stone in life. So, to begin with, we can all agree that problems are faced by each and every individual out here. In some point of life, there are problems with different magnitude and gravity on their life, and we can't just escape it. We will keep on facing problems as we further advance in our journey of life. So to find a way, or to know how to overcome the struggles of this problem, is what makes a person grow life, or what shapes himself for the future. This statement might sound like it's an arrow out in an open field. So to give a bit clarity in the statement, I'll just give you two examples of a real life scenarios. First one, I'll begin with that there was a boy, and at the age of 3, he was affected by a syndrome called Stephen-Johnson syndrome. If you don't know about the syndrome, it's basically where if you get affected by it, there's no chance of your vision getting ever coming back to you. Means you are completely blind for the rest of your life. And this boy got affected at the age of 3. His parents felt completely heartbroken seeing how their little boy is struggling so hard in this life so early. And they are completely helpless because they have tried every single way and all the doctors are just saying it's uncurable. This boy has already started his struggle, where at this stage other kids were just learning and struggling with how to speak their sentences properly. This is already a huge struggle for him in his life. But this guy, this small kid, even though he didn't have the exposure of life, he understands his disability quicker than any one of us have ever understood any problem. And he started to take steps, small little baby steps into his advances or in his life. He learned different sort of things which makes him grow more, and he got an interest in a small thing called chess. And by this struggle, and at the age of 13, this guy won the first open district tournament in the chess title against all the opponents with sighted visions and everything. Complete impairment against a complete perfect person. This guy beats all and won the title. Later on, he's currently 25 years old and he's still struggling with his impairments, but he's also excelling in other areas of life other than chess. Like he's excelling in martial arts, he's excelling in Indian classical music. And now to know about more, I'll give you the name of the guy. His name is Darshan Inani. He's the youngest Indian impaired chess player, and we can already know that impairment is a very difficult problem, like if anyone gets affected by it. Now in continuation, I'll give another example. There was this one boy, he had so many fears in his life, so many that he will rather give in or give up, rather to take another step or to try something for himself. He had the skills for the task, but he was never able to display them because whenever he gets up to the stage, he gets so anxiety that he couldn't share his views. Later on, as the life progressed, he started to understand that like life waits for no one. People were started manipulating him and going abroad, like going over him, and like he was just being left out. And later he started taking steps for himself to go out of his way to face his fears. So with these two examples, I will just say that problems will be there. There's no helping it, no stopping them. It just depends on the individual whether they are letting the problem be controlling themselves or they are taking the control of the problem. People usually just see problems as some hurdles in their way of progressing something. But if they start to think about it properly, ask the right questions to themselves, they will sooner or later get the answers to themselves, as we all know that there's answers in the questions. So with this, I would like to conclude that the hurdles in life are hurdles only to those who just take them and think them as hurdles. If they think, a way will be definitely there to progress them in future. And just so if you're wondering who was the other guy in the other example, I was talking about myself. Thank you very much for your time.